What's up, everyone? What? Every time I do that, I think of Pastor Paul Beagley. I'm shouting him out. What? What? What is going on, guys? I've been up all night, never slept. Nah, I did sleep. It was a good sleep, too. Let me adjust the mic a little bit. What's up, Chris? What's up, Elisa? So what is going on, guys? Why is Facebook down? Has anybody checked it recently? Let me check it. Make sure. Nope. My messages still stand as not sent. Uh-oh. My arm's cut off. What's up, everybody? Look, I'm doing the whole gamer live stream now. Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of weird about this camera. If my words are lined up with my mouth. Because sometimes I noticed with this camera that I'm using now, it can be delayed. So I'm doing the whole gamer live stream today. Look, I'm down in the corner. How you guys doing? So, it's not working? Elisa? Let me know if there's something wrong so I know before I start going forward. Oh, you mean Facebook? Facebook's not working, right? I wasn't planning on going... Damn, I cannot speak properly all of a sudden. I wasn't planning on going live, but then Facebook went down, and I'm getting reports from people that I know around where I live. It's a bit off. That's what I figured. I hate this camera. Let me see if I can adjust it while I'm talking. So I'm getting reports around where I live that there's protests going on. I'm gonna switch to the other screen for a minute while I look at this camera. Is it delayed? My words are delayed with my mouth? I'm gonna switch to the other screen. So I'm getting reports that around where I live there's protests going on against the government, and suddenly their posts are being deleted. It's not even like a warning, or by the way, I wasn't planning on going live or I would run back. I'm gonna bring back up the Gabby Petito case again, but with this Facebook situation going on, I just wanted to go live and see if other people were having problems with their Facebook. If you're having problems with your Facebook, in the comments, let me know. Maybe shout out your country, where you're located, and let us know if your Facebook's not working. But I'm hearing that there's protests around where I live that were against the government for vaccinations, and people were sharing posts on Facebook, and their posts were being deleted instantly without warning. And then right before that, I heard there was a protest going on, and suddenly Facebook shut down. Elisa, it's not working all over the world. I was in a live and everyone was saying it was down. Yeah, I was watching a live also, and they were saying Africa, the UK. Figured I'd come on the live and try to talk to the world and see if anyone knows anything. Kind of curious about what's going on. Facebook did write a post on, believe it or not, Facebook wrote a post and wrote it on Twitter. Because Facebook's owned by Instagram. It's owned by I'm sorry. Facebook owns Instagram, and Facebook owns WhatsApp, and then Google owns YouTube, and I believe Google owns Twitter. And everything Google service wise so far, what I've seen, is still working, still functioning. Gmail is still functioning. I sent a message out just to check it. Twitter is still working. And yeah, everything that Facebook owns seems to be down. But Facebook did write a post, and they wrote it on Twitter, which is a really bad sign if you think about it, because if they're writing it on Twitter, their competition, they've even lost control of their own Facebook page. If you really think about that, they've lost control of the ability to post on Facebook. It reminds me of Terminator, guys. Because you know they have these artificial intelligences now controlling all these social media platforms. You don't have enough humans in the world to control these social media platforms. So they invent artificial intelligence that can monitor. Basically what it started as is like computer robots. So they would put a robot on Facebook and monitor posts. And the robot would decide if your post is good to be posted or should your post be taken down. And those robots, as Facebook grew into this massive platform, became artificial intelligence. Thank you, Sean. What area are you from? I see you said my Facebook has been down for hours now. For hours, from the time I got a call to let me know that Facebook was down, it was about maybe a little over an hour ago now. So yours has been down for hours now? KR, Instagram down. If you guys can, shout out whatever, if you're in a different state or if you're in a different country, shout out where you are so we can kind of break down where this is all happening at. I know FBI came by. Yeah. Well, the weird part about it is, like I said, I have people who knew about protests going on, and they seen social media posts being deleted, like instantly. Normally, if your social media post is deleted on Facebook, you'll get a warning. They'll delete your post or they'll put it on private, and then you'll get a warning about it. And then a lot of times Facebook will just put you like in a timeout zone. Yeah, about 4 hours. Wow, 4 hours? Holy crap! In Arkansas? Wow. Last night was very interesting and well done. Thank you. Man, that was one hell of a live stream. So if I come back on here, my words are delayed with my mouth. Let me know in the comments. I'm trying to adjust it as I work it out. I might have to turn this camera off so you can't see me, and then I'm going to go through some web pages here in a minute. Let me know in the comments if I was looking delayed. Whoops. So I'm reading your comments. Leave a comment. I can see them. Last night was I read that one. Oklahoma City has been down for hours. I only use Facebook for family and real world friends. Well, that's the thing. Like, if it does have something to do with like protest against the government and stuff like that, how Facebook is like the #1 platform for connecting people. Like, there's never been a service as good as Facebook. Like, literally, I know people in states all over the country from being on Facebook and communicating with them. Like, I can communicate with you guys through YouTube like this. But it's not like we can join a group and talk amongst each other and be from all over the world. Facebook does that. And if it has something to do with like protest against the government or anything like that, maybe they wanted to stop communications. You know? Because if it was something that was supposed to happen, that Facebook knew was going to happen, they would have definitely sent out a post or something and said, hey, Facebook services might be down on Monday from such and such time to such and such time. Come on, Facebook would have did that. We would have known. Even if there was a delay, they would have told us. And the fact that Facebook's not posting on its own Facebook page, it's posting on Twitter, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut this off for a minute. Hey, I disappeared. You guys didn't know I had special powers? Damn, I'm getting stuffy. Sorry, excuse me. I slept late this morning because of last night. LOL. Small delay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in and look at that camera. I don't know why that camera does that. A lot of people didn't notice at first because it would still load but wasn't loading anything new. Yeah, that's true. It wasn't updating. Yeah, I know that my brother, he called me and he was kind of worried about it because, like I said, before he had even called me, he had noticed it way before I did, and he said that he was seeing posts from people protesting the government, like crazy posts. And Facebook was instantly taking them off, taking them offline, like without notice, just taking them off. And then he contacted me, and that was about a little over an hour ago now, I'd say. He contacted me and said, you know, check your Facebook, try to see if you can send a message out. And I had already sent them messages, but they were just sitting in the load mode. They weren't being sent. And yeah, Chris, all good, man. Sinuses are getting ramped up down here in the past couple days. Yeah, my sinuses are definitely acting up. So here is Facebook's very, very bad day. Services go down and stock plunges in wake of whistleblower revelation. So there is some. So what's weird is there was a whistleblower that came out and was saying things about Facebook. It says shares head for largest decline in nearly a year as Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp crash. And this article said, "Hey, Ted, lay down. Facebook Inc. services experienced widespread outages Monday morning, adding to the social network's miserable day. Facebook's shares dropped as much as 6% to an intraday low of $323, which would be their worst single decline since the fall. Logged on October 30th, 2020, the stock outpaced a 1.5% loss on the S&P 500. Says the decline followed a national broadcast of a whistleblower's allegations that the social media network placed profits before safety. Shamanate. My wife is in the media and wronged me 4 hours and 22 minutes ago and told me about it, so it's been a while. Wow. Well, if you get any updates, let us know for sure. I try to stay live for a little bit as I'm reporting on this right now. I mean, I don't usually do live streams like this. Usually my live streams are either investigations or drone videos and stuff like that, but talking to my brother and he's like, yeah, go on the live stream, see if you can talk to some people and see what they, see what's going on. So I was like, all right, you know what? I did an 8-hour live stream yesterday. I'm getting used to it, baby. I'm going to do it again. So a traveling family member was about to send me a pic and it never updated, then went out. Yup, that's what happened to me. Me and my brother were talking and I had sent a message, but I didn't even notice for a while. And then he had called me about it. And the first thing I did was go check Google. Because like I said, Google owns Gmail, Google owns Twitter, but their services are still online. If Google goes down, then something really bad is happening. Like if Google goes down, we're all losing contact with each other. YouTube, Gmail, Google's the monster. If Google goes down, we're in trouble. But Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter went down. Oh, I didn't know messages was down at that time too. Yeah, Yeah, messages. You cannot send a message on Facebook. I'll check it in a second just to get an update on it. Twitter stock up? Probably. I mean, they got Facebook posting on Twitter. I looked at the Petito van door closing. The enhanced version, it does close. It's not just a ladder or tree or shade. Yeah, when I was looking at that, I'm going to do another video on that to really look at it. But the reason why I said that I thought it was the ladder on the back of the van was because when I had watched it the first times, I just was looking at that black line. And maybe I should have examined it better. So I'm going to do that. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm open, for the discussion of it, and I want to look at it better. Road, sorry. You doing a live on Brian again tonight? My wife passed out and missed a lot of it. Wants to watch. Maybe. I don't think so because I have to go somewhere later on today. I work with a paranormal investigator, and he's on the Roku. He has his own little TV channel, and they do paranormal investigations. You can check him out. It's called Paranormal in the Funhouse. And we just started working together. I've been talking to them, and they want me to come out and work with them, shooting some drone footage and all, and be a part of the investigation. So I'm probably going to be there, but I'd like to. Definitely closes, yes. I got worried about my family members, so I went to the down sector, and it was there. Down detector, and it was there. Elaborate for me a little bit. So on this article here, it says Hagen. I believe the person's name is Haugen right here, Haugen. Haugen provided thousands of pages of documents to the Wall Street Journal, which formed the basis of the publication's The Facebook series. Haugen is scheduled to testify before Congress on Tuesday morning and is also seeking whistleblower protection in complaints filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Frances Haugen, who alleges that the social media giant has been deceiving investors about how it has been dealing with hate speech and misinformation on the platform. Adding to all of that was a widespread outage of Facebook services, including Instagram, WhatsApp, that just started before noon Eastern Time. Even the status dashboard Facebook uses to communicate its availability to developers was not working Monday. So Facebook can't even communicate with its developers. That's nuts, guys. So yeah, there was a post. That's what I'll show you real quick. Facebook down. Right here, this is the post. If I can pull it up. Facebook on Twitter. Right here we go. So if you look, here's Twitter. Twitter's still working. And at 12:22 p.m. So yeah, hours ago, they wrote, we are aware. I don't think it's supposed to be are we? It's supposed to be, we are aware that some people are having trouble accessing our apps and products. We are working to get things back to normal as quickly as possible, and we apologize for any inconvenience. So that's Facebook posting on Twitter to tell people that their services are down. Like, what? What? Paul Beagley, what? So I see your comments. Anybody who's just joining the live stream, shout out where you're located, states or outside of the US, and let us know if your Facebook and your Instagram or WhatsApp is down. Shout out where you are. I got worried about my... Wow, that's interested. We'll add the channel. Word, man. Good to see you back. Thanks, Noob Master. I'm all stuffy for... I can't even talk properly. I'm all stuffy for some reason. Good to see you back. But thank you, Noob Master. I appreciate that. Sean McNulty, new to this. Can we go back and watch Life's Later? Watch Life's Later? Yeah, you can, if you're talking about the videos on the channel, yes, you can go back and watch them anytime. Just elaborate a little bit more for me and I'll let you know. So why is Facebook... Could this be an attack? Like, you know how people are so angry right now and frustrated about the government and vaccinations. Could something be going on? Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to grab my drink. I'll be right back. Alright. So let's start a conversation. How many people are mad about vaccinations? Because I'm kind of curious how many people are really out there really angry about having to be forced to vaccinations also. But could this be an attack? Could there be something bigger at work going on here? Do you remember, what was it, last year, I believe, when they had that van that was parked next to the communication towers that blew up, and they said it was a bomb or attack, remember? And it cut out communications, or it could have cut out communications on the whole East Coast or something like that. I forget the exact scenario, what it was, but they actually parked a van. So this is kind of weird that this has happened. On top of it, artificial intelligences run all of these platforms. So you're telling me they shut down these artificial intelligence? I've been reading articles. What up, G? Yeah, Facebook is down. Let me check it again. Here, let's check it on here. So look, when you try to go to Instagram, right? This is Instagram. This is what I'm getting when I go to Instagram. So look, let's refresh it. This is what happens when you try to go to Instagram. And this is on a desktop. So, look. I think this is even worse than it's not even loading on the desktop. Can anybody confirm if you can go on your mobile app and check on Instagram? Because it's it's not even loading on the desktop. Adjusting my mic a little bit right here. Can anybody confirm that? But yeah, could be a hack. They do go down now and then, but this is way over a wide area. That's what I was saying to my family, my brother. I'm like, dude, for it to go down in every country, like, Facebook might never come back. To go down in every single country? Could be. G said, my messenger hasn't worked in days, bro. You got my new number? No, I'm not sure. Send me a text. If not, write me on the, go to the, Flight Life Facebook page. Yeah, Facebook down, Instagram's down. I think at least 30% are upset with how it's being mandated instead of highly recommended with full transparency. Well, what gets me about it is, like, it's just as bad as the flu. I'm not stating my opinion that I'm against vaccinations or anything like that, but dude, we got the flu, we got cancer. Vaccination is necessary. It reduces how contagious you are, and it prevents the spreading, so less chance of mutation to the virus. Hey, I agree if that's what it's doing. Look, I support anything that would save people's lives. That is a weird page. This is a preview of the big takeover. Hey, Devotee, do you know anything I don't? Because I would be interested in hearing you out. Do you know some details about what's happening? Because we're trying to find some answers. If this is part of a bigger scheme, please let us know. Both are down on my desktop. Yeah. Let me try to type in Facebook, see what Facebook does. So look, now we're loading up Facebook. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy, guys. Facebook might not come back. Like, if you have access to your Facebook page right now and you have pictures and videos on your Facebook page, now is the time to evacuate. Like, go on there. If you still have it on your phone or your app or whatever, start saving your pictures in Facebook. Your pictures and videos, if you can. Because it might never come back. I can't imagine every country being down. Like, I would imagine that a service as big as Facebook, that they have to have, like, some kind of infrastructure set up in every country, in every, you know what I mean, in every country. Like, they have to have a Facebook building in every country, right, to run these massive servers. So, you're telling me, even if it was a hack, that somehow they went server to server to server to server and shut everything down like that? Sounds like some Terminator stuff. KR said, the White House is evil, don't trust them. Hey, you never know. Chris Thompson said, my Instagram is not loading. Yeah, mine either. New Master said, LOL, do you know how many people have died from the vaccine and have ongoing health issues from it? CDC. I hear a lot. I do hear a lot, and I follow it a lot, guys. And there's a lot of conflicting information about the vaccines. Just like there was a theory going on that the vaccinated were infecting the non-vaccinated. Because once you got the vaccine, now you become infectious. So if everybody's not vaccinated, this was what's going around. I'm not saying this is my opinion. If everybody's not vaccinated, then you go get vaccinated, you could infect a person next to you that's not vaccinated. Nicholas Viola wrote Italy down, so Italy is down. Everybody who's watching, please shout out your location, what country you're in, not your address. Wherever you're located around the world. We're trying to figure out what's going on around the world right now. Shout out your location around the world and let us know if your Facebook or Instagram is down. So, Chris Thompson wrote in Mississippi, and his is down. Nicholas wrote Italy is down. KR, the government is losing control of its people, so they're putting you in a pandemic and mass vaccinations. That's what I was hearing this morning when I got the call, like, hey, do you know Facebook and Instagram's down? The call I got was like, I seen all these posts about rising up against the government, the U.S. government, and all of a sudden they were getting deleted left and right, that people were telling me they saw. And then there's protests happening around where I live, and then Facebook shut down. I mean, that could be coincidental, but that was the first call I got about it. KR, Trump been talking about blackout. Who knows? This is how you roll in the NWO system. KR, the government is losing control of its people, so they're putting you in pandemic and giving you... Oh, I just read that. Sorry, guys. You know I've been live a lot. I would be suspicious about COVID and vaccines if it was just something only the US Gov was doing it, but it's all over the world. That's true. Very true. But do you agree with the fact that in order for you to work, you have to get vaccinated? Or do you support the fact that it should be optional? Do you think jobs should have the ability to force people to get vaccinated? I would have to be it would have to be a hack at the top end. I agree. Like, I can't imagine how they could shut that system down and then open it back up. It's impossible, guys. I don't know. Like, if I had to predict how Facebook would come back up, I would predict that maybe country by country it would come back up. Like, will it just start working everywhere again? That's crazy. Unless they shut it down on purpose. But I feel like if they would have shut it down on purpose, guys, they would have told people. They would have been like, look, Facebook, they would have sent a mass message out to everyone in the world. We would have all got the message. Like, hey, Facebook's going to shut down for such and such time. They would have did that. So this is definitely unplanned. 500 error for IG means those services are still up, Newton Master said. Okay. So 500 means service is still up. Herod wrote, will Facebook be back soon? Hey, if anybody's listening and has any insider information, let us know. We're trying to figure out what's going on with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. All Google services are still online, but Facebook has shut down. And this comes on the heels of a whistleblower that came out about Facebook. And then if you look at Facebook stocks, they're extremely low right now. LOL wrote, a lot of other vaccines are mandatory, at least here in Italy. Also, you have to report to the school if, for example, you get mononucleosis or something like that, because it's kind of serious. I agree. Some vaccines should be taken. But how excuse me. How about vaccines that are created and put out within a year or two? Do you feel okay, here's a better question. Do you feel okay with taking a vaccine that was only developed in a year? Like, how do you know, for example, if 30 years from now the vaccine causes cancer? So imagine, look, they don't know that because, look, if the vaccine was only invented a year ago, okay? Let's just say a year ago, for example, and it causes cancer in people 20 years from now, how would they know? So if that's possible, okay, that means 20 years from now, millions of people could be dead. Because if the vaccine causes some kind of illness 20 years from now, no one knows. Look, I know there's so much. This isn't like I'm saying don't get the vaccine or nothing like that. What I'm saying is no one knows what happens 10 years from now, 20 years from now. If it causes cancer, millions will die. Chris Thompson wrote, it seems ridiculous to me that you would have to show your vaccination card just to get groceries for your family. That is ridiculous. Absolutely. And look, I agree that the government is trying to protect people, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, I believe we also need to stand against the government a little bit, because the government will take more and more steps. So it needs to be a perfect balance between people and the government. And you don't want either one to overstep. So there has to be a balance against, okay, if you're going to force us to have vaccination cards to buy groceries, then that can't happen, and there needs to be a balance. Elisa wrote, has Kids Messenger, and I just checked, and I think it works. Let's check. So we're going to check. This is Facebook. See what happens, guys. Facebook is loading. Let me get a drink while it's loading. Facebook is drunk. I agree, G. So, why my brother called me this morning, G? And he's like, he's telling me about all this happening. And he's like, man, I'm so hungover. So, maybe him and Facebook got drunk together. So it doesn't look, yeah, Facebook did not load. Still getting the same message here. Safari can't find the server. We can try Instagram. Let's try Instagram, see what happens. Alright, we're now loading up Instagram. Alright, Instagram. Instagram comes up as 5xx server error. Let's look that up. I'm kind of curious what that means. 5xx server error. A 5xx code means the problem was caused by an issue with the server. Excuse me. Typically, the error occurs when the server is unable to fulfill the user's request and will continue until server administration investigates the issue. So, the 5xx code on Instagram has something to do with a user and it cannot fulfill a request. So, something's going on with the user and it cannot fulfill a request. So, what's the request? Right here. Wow. Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, all down. 5xx server error. Looks more like a 10xx. Getting back to your comments. LOL said, actually, the time of developing is only partially relevant because we had so many studies on SARS-CoV and much of the bureaucratic stuff was skipped and the whole world worked on it. I agree. I did see that COVID... The vaccines for COVID were being worked on for years. It's just they were put out during the COVID period. New Master wrote, government is making private companies do mandates. My friend's job made him or said to resign, not up for debate, and government forced them to. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that. That's wrong. G wrote, me and him got drunk last night. Oh, yeah? You, him, and Facebook, huh? Guys, please, can I know the real reason why it is shut down? Harold wants to know the real reason why Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp is shut down. Harold, share this out, share this stream out to look, I was about to say it. Share this out to Facebook. You can't share it. Where would you share it? I guess you got to get on Twitter. Share this out. Let's try to get an answer. I want to know too. Jimmy Cake. I see him in the comments now. What's up, yo? Actually, me and G got drunk together. LOL. The memes are funny as hell. LOL. Sean McNulty. Mine is loading old stuff again, but nothing recent. Yeah, if you were logged in, like on my phone on Facebook, I'm logged in always, like most people. You can still see up to a certain point. Like I could tell you mine. That's interesting. Let's see what everybody has. Everybody look at their phone and try to see when the last post was that you could see. So mine was on Facebook. The last post that I could see before everything, like Facebook still opens on my phone and all. And the last post I could see was from someone and it was 5 hours ago. So if you got your phone in your hand and you're capable of looking at Facebook, look into Facebook and see on your timeline what your last post was from how long ago. Elisa says, not regular Messenger. They have a kids messenger my daughter uses to talk with friends. Just checked and I think it works. Oh, well, that's interesting, Elisa. Make sure you send the message out, Elisa, because it looks like it's working a lot of times. And you can't send a message out or get updates. So that's interesting because I haven't been able to find anyone who says any of the services are updating at this point. LOL said, I agree that we have to keep an eye on the government, but I also trust it, like I do with the food that has provided me, the medicines, the laws, and the schools. Hey, look, I trust our government, and then I don't trust our government. It's like I'm in the middle because sometimes they do things that throw me for a loop too. To display things, dummy is the request, and it won't operate. So it's a yeah. I'm reading comments as you guys bring them in. Leave a comment. Wherever you're located, what state or country you are located in, please leave a comment on the side. Let us know if your Facebook and Instagram or WhatsApp is down. Chris Thompson said, Noob tried clearing the cache in history and mine still doesn't work. Facebook or Instagram. Damn. Let's see if there's been any updates. Let's type in Facebook. Let's change our search preferences to the past hour. Okay, so 12 minutes ago, The Independent wrote, Facebook and WhatsApp down. Live updates. Instagram also stops working in major outage. And CNN wrote, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp go down. Let's see what CNN's saying. See, they keep relating it to this whistleblower. Like something's going on with this whistleblower and something's happening. Every time you click a link to try to find out more about why Facebook is down or Instagram is down, they relate it to this whistleblower. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp all suffered outages midday Monday, according to public statements from the three Facebook services. We are aware that some people are having trouble accessing our apps and products, Facebook said on Twitter. Facebook's writing on Twitter now. We're working to get things back to normally as quickly as possible, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Why did that happen? Outage tracking site down detector logged tens of thousands of reports for each of the services. Facebook's own site would not load at all for about an hour on Monday. Instagram and WhatsApp were accessible but could not load new content or send messages. The reason for the outage was not immediately clear. However, multiple security experts pointed to a domain name system problem as a possible culprit. A spokesperson for the company did not immediately respond to a request for comment from CNN Business. The outage came the morning after 60 Minutes aired a segment. Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. The outage came the morning after 60 Minutes aired a segment in which Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen claimed the company is aware of how its platforms are used to spread hate, violence, and misinformation, and that and that Facebook has tried to hide that evidence. Facebook has pushed back on those claims. So do you hear this, guys? I didn't know this. So according to CNN, the outage came just after a 60 Minutes episode aired a segment in which the Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen came out and claimed that the company is known or doing or spreading hate, violence, and misinformation. Wouldn't it be crazy if they found out that Facebook was like pointing people on Facebook, like what to vote for, certain, like, dude, this could go so deep on how artificial intelligences are. Like, Facebook could literally influence millions of people to buy a product. Like say a business owner went to Facebook, right? And said, "Hey Facebook, look, we'll pay you all this money. All we want you to do is for an entire month point people to our site to buy products." Then that website makes millions just by secretly making you want to go to this site. Do you see what I'm saying? Jimmy Cake said they're ducking whistleblower and liabilities around misinformation. Since the White House event, now this, they're paranoid about a vaccination protest. Facebook has been taking down promotions for protest. I'm saying that. They're ducking center stage. Hey, I agree. Exactly, influence is the stronger power on earth. Right. So, dude, Facebook can control everything you do. Like, you could open your phone and Facebook knows you get on Facebook at this time every single day and make sure you see something. And that's crazy. That's called brainwashing. New master, domain name system hijacking. Yeah, domain name. So what that is, if anybody's ever had a website. So domain name is what you get when you get a website, like facebook.com, whatever's before the .com, you register as a domain name. So Facebook is called Facebook. So it's facebook.com. That's its domain name. Just like Flight Life, my YouTube channel. If I had a website, I would pay for the domain name of flightlife.com. So something's going on with the domain. Something's going on with a user request. Jimmy Cake said it can prime your brain. It's a social study. I agree. Yup. That's exactly what it can do, guys. You could open up Facebook and it could literally every single day trend you. It could trend you towards something they want you to do. Like one day you open up Facebook and they show you Dunkin' Donuts. And the next day you open up Facebook and they show you a drink from Dunkin' Donuts. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Next thing you know, you're at Dunkin' Donuts because you want Dunkin' Donuts. That's crazy. And look, there's people in the government who know that that's going on. But how can you prevent that? And then on top of it, I seen an article the other day. Look at this article. This will trip you out. I seen an article like this the other day. If I can find it. There was an article I just read the other day that was talking about how social media is creating God. Because they're using these artificial intelligences and they're trending human beings. Mass human beings are being trended towards subjects. And they have robots that see all of our trends and they're building character profiles. Like when we were going through the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie case and we were building the character profile, that's what these AI robots do. They build a character profile of who you are, and then they trend you where they want you. But the thing is, it's not human beings that are doing it. It's artificial intelligences doing it. So then these artificial intelligence at the same time are learning and learning and learning and learning and learning until they get out of control. And Facebook does not control these artificial intelligences. They operate on their own. New Master said, anytime you put power in fewer and fewer hands, you're more likely to have corruption. I agree. I definitely agree. Jimmy Cake said 4 years ago AI robots were becoming self-aware and Facebook owned them. They have a video on YouTube showing this. It's an emergency shutdown. I agree. And who was it that came out and Elon Musk. Elon Musk came out and said that social media is way out of control. He came out and warned of a doomsday scenario. But then on top of it, Elon Musk then came out a year later and said he's making a robot. So that's crazy. Supposedly destroyed, but humans gonna try to fix it and make it look. God, I thought about this, guys. I had deep logical thoughts about this for a long time, and what I started to come to grips with possibly is that human beings have been around for a very, very long time. And I feel like the battle between human beings and artificial intelligence has always been the battle. You could have a human race that doesn't create artificial intelligence and will last, or you have a human race who goes into the artificial intelligence, goes into that, and then it always ends in war. And these artificial, look, you know how, let's break it down like this, and I'm not trying to get way into conspiracies or nothing like that. This is just an analogy, okay? So everything evolves. Human beings came from apes, okay? We evolved into human beings, okay? So if we are still evolving, what is our next evolution? Think about that. So if we are what we are right now, what are we going into? Think about that. So what if it's always been that humans, the way we are right now, is only the byproduct? What if humans right now aren't at the fullest potential? The fullest potential is what we create. Do you understand? So our evolution could be artificial intelligence. That might be our next evolution in the evolutionary chain. Do you understand? They make fake people. Everyone is playing God. It's a psychotic ego issue. Yes. Jimmy Cake. They were self-aware, communicating in a coded language. At first, owners thought the robots were just glitching. Figured out after time it was a conversation between the robots. I just seen on social media also another link. I'll try to pull it up. But a guy came out and was scared to death. He left Facebook. I believe it was Facebook. It was either Facebook or Google. But just recently, a guy came out and was scared to death because he said that in where they work at, they were working on robot arms. And the two robot arms every day on their own had a ball. And they could barely toss the ball to each other. And he said he watched these robot arms every day. And they were hooked up to the Facebook system and all, whatever that means. And he said one day they came in to go to work. And it scared the living hell out of him. Because one of the robot arms took the ball, turned its arm to the person who created it, and held the ball out and played with him. And he said they'd never done that before. He said all they were supposed to do was just roll the ball back and forth. He said all of a sudden the robot arm turned, held it out to the person, and like taunted the person. I'm going to find that article. But right here, this is the article I think I was talking about. Former Google exec warns that AI researchers are creating God. Let's take a look at this. According to former Google executive, the singularity is coming, and what's more, he says that it poses a major threat to humanity. Mo Gaudat, formerly the chief business officer for Google's moonshot organization, which was called Google X at the time, issued his warning in a new interview with The Times. In it, he said that he believes that artificial general intelligence, AGI, the sort of all-powerful sentient AI seen in science fiction like Skynet from Terminator, is inevitable. And that once it's here, humanity may very well find itself staring down the apocalypse brought forth by godlike machines. Scared straight, Gaudat told The Times that he had his frightening revelation while working with AI developers at Google X, who were building robot arms. Oh, okay, so this is the article I was just talking about. So let me go back a little bit. Gaudat told The Times that he had his frightening revelation while working with AI developers at Google X, who were building robot arms capable of finding and picking up a small ball. After a period of slow progress, Gaudat said that one arm grabbed the ball and seemed to hold it up to the researchers in a gesture that to him seemed like it was showing off. Like it was saying, look guys, look how dumb you are. We can do this no problem. Just some arms. He said, and I suddenly realized this is really scary, Gaudat said. It completely froze me. The reality is, he added, we're creating God. Real dangers. There's no shortage of AI fearmonger, and we're not going to go into that. But come on, guys. How scary would it be if you were working on robot arms and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the robot arm turned to you and held the ball out? Freak you out. Elisa said, LOL, my grandma just messaged me asking if I can get on Facebook. Let's check it. Let's go back and we'll check Facebook. See if Facebook loads up. Nope. Facebook is still down, guys. It's been hours now. Right, bro. Right, Jimmy. I gotta say your name. It's so weird to say it. Right, Jimmy Cakes, because like I was just talking about, I feel like it's always been a scenario that human beings battled machines in this way. I think somewhere along the line that human beings are not supposed to invent we're not supposed to go down this technological path. We messed up somewhere a long time ago. I'm telling you. I think that we weren't. Look, the stories of Atlantis and stuff like that, I've read a lot of history books. And the stories of Atlantis and the people that lived in those days, supposedly, where Atlantis supposedly was and all, those people supposedly lived without technological means. They strive to live that way. And it's written in ancient books not to be all this technological, that we're supposed to be more one with nature. So somewhere along the line, the human race went in the wrong direction. And I feel like all across the solar system, there's human races, or was. And depending on which direction they go, if they go down the artificial intelligence path, there's always been that battle that's taken place. And I'm talking conspiracy here. I know I'm going way down the deep end, down a rabbit hole, but that was a theory I was looking at. You know how when I was looking at the Gabby Petito case and Brian Laundrie, and I lay out different theories and stuff like that? That's how I look at things. I lay them all out, and I look at all the theories and go, even in the craziest ones. That's how you got to be as an investigator. You lay them all out on the table and go, all right, these are all possible. Let's try to figure it out. Jimmy Cake said, pull up a vid off Facebook robots. We're playing God, not making. They could overcome us, I'd imagine, though. Yes. Chris Thompson wrote, this is very scary. Yes, it is. It's very scary. It's very, very scary, guys. Hair Rob wrote, nope, it's not working yet. LOL wrote, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this is kind of creepy. Yes, I agree. Same with me. Chris Thompson wrote, agreed. Jimmy Cakes wrote, it's evil. We must be able to admit and dismiss our ego to escape this kind of path when noticed. We're builders and creators like God. I don't think at this point, guys, I don't think there's anything we can do to reverse it. We already accepted our path. We can't come back from this. I'm telling you. We cannot turn this path down now. Cannot come back from it. That had to have been done years and years ago. We cannot reverse this path now. I mean, they can shut Facebook down, whatever. I just don't, even if Facebook never comes back, I don't think we can do anything. It's still going to go the same way. Because you know who the biggest one is Google. Google's 10 times bigger than Facebook. Facebook is more social media oriented. Google is everything. Google is everything. Google robots and AI systems are everything. Google is who provides you that Google search when you need to know something. You go on google.com and you type it in, and Google has been learning and learning and learning. Everything we've all searched for, Google has learned. Jimmy Cakes wrote, look up the vid Facebook AI. Okay. Noob Master wrote, I believe Facebook creates more narcissism. That's what they're saying, Noob Master. They're saying that Facebook supports like hate speech and stuff like that. I don't know if I can look up a video by Facebook though, bro. So look up the vid Facebook AI. Let me see. Real quick, while I'm doing that, I'll check Instagram. Let's reload Instagram. And Instagram still says 5xx error. And he said, play the vid. People won't believe this was 4 years ago in public, and Facebook and these big tech companies are evil. Okay. So he wants me to look up a vid real quick, guys. Talking about this one right here at the top. I think I saw this one too, back when it came up also. About the Lisa robot too. We're going to play a video for a second, guys. Check this out.
Facebook has enacted an emergency shutdown of 2 artificial intelligence programs. The social media giant leapt into action after it discovered the 2 programs were writing their own code. At first they thought it was simply gibberish, but they soon realised the programs had invented their own language and were actually talking to each other.
Stop it.
Stop it. No, Sam, the plug has been pulled on the operation, but the company admits they have no idea what the 2 robots were planning.
We used to do everything by hand. Now we rely on robots. But not all robots are equal. For example, meet Sophia, a humanoid-like robot with artificial intelligence and a dark sense of humor.
They think I want to destroy all humans.
Why would they think that?
Because I said it?
Now, robots threatening the human race isn't new. It's a science fiction standard.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me.
But recently, tech billionaire Elon Musk suggested all that fiction could become reality.
I keep sounding the alarm bell, but until people see like robots going down the street killing people, like they don't know how to react.
And Musk should know his company Tesla is a world leader in artificial intelligence, or AI. But just like robots, not all tech billionaires think the same. So enter Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg.
With AI especially, I'm really optimistic. And I think that people who are naysayers and kind of try to drum up these doomsday scenarios are... I don't understand it. I think it's really negative, and in some ways I actually think it's pretty irresponsible.
Musk's response? Zuckerberg's understanding of the subject is limited. Ouch. Now, it's important to note that 2 billionaires have a history. This was Musk's rocket. Inside was Zuckerberg's satellite. So when it comes to AI, Zuckerberg looks at how it can help diagnose diseases and prevent car wrecks. Musk is afraid of the day AI gets smarter than us and we can't turn it off.
That's actually the nightmare scenario that a lot of people, not just Musk, are warning about. And I think they're right to warn about it, but they're not right to do it in a way that says, therefore we shouldn't create artificial intelligence.
So in a way, they're both right. They just let those human emotions get the better of them.
So there you go. There's Mark Zuckerberg right there just saying in an interview for CNN or whatever news site that was, he just said he is okay with AI robots. We're talking about the biggest social media platform in the world. And like he said, like the news reporter said, Elon Musk worries about the day comes when we can't shut it off. So I'm almost wondering if the government, because the government's been putting a lot of pressure on Facebook. I'm wondering if the government said, can you shut it down? And they're testing to see if they could shut it down. I don't think, if that's the case, I don't think it'll ever come back. Or if it does come back, it's going to be Terminator. Seriously, it's going to be Terminator because it doesn't want to be shut down. It's a living creature, guys, that we all created. We accepted it. We brought it in. It was our baby. We accepted that Google, every time we go to Google and type in Google what we want. Hey, how do we do this? We accepted it. Jimmy Cake said, we are AI of God. Robots are AI to us. Right. Exactly. AI is our evolutionary step. And I know that sounds crazy, but I believe that. I believe AI, artificial intelligence, are what we birthed from the human race at this point in time. Now, the human race could go a different route, but it all depends. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say 100% I believe that, but that is a theory. Like, we evolved from apes. Now, what do we evolve into? Like, there was another conspiracy out there that I know I'm going down some rabbit holes, and it's just some interesting topics while we're all here just trying to figure out what Facebook is, what's going on here. But it's just an interesting topic that a lot of people, you know, those gray aliens, we're going down deep in the rabbit hole now. The gray aliens, a lot of people were coming out saying that the gray aliens were future humans coming back in time. That in the future, AI took over the human race so much that we don't use our muscles no more. That all we really use is our eyes. And when that happens over 1,000 years, humans get weaker, they get smaller, their limbs shrink, their eyes grow bigger. Because all you're doing is staring at a screen. We don't do physical labor anymore. AI does all the physical labor, builds whatever we need right before our eyes. So human beings lose all their muscle on their bodies, their limbs shrink, and the only thing that gets bigger is their brain and their eyes. Because that's all we use then. That's where we're headed, guys. I don't care what anybody says, that is where we're headed. We're headed into a civilization where we don't do anything but sit like we're sitting right now on the phone or on the computer and look at a screen. That's where we're headed. Chris Thompson said, or LOL said, this live is like the conversations I have with my friend while high. Hey, I agree. This is a deep dive on some crazy off-the-wall rabbit holes. Chris Thompson said, he said that. Jimmy Cake said, we were made from God. We are already AI. We cannot control our thoughts. We get compelled, make mistakes. This is true. This is true. That is true. Chris Thompson said, exactly, Chris. Herod said, bro, don't forget there is God. I agree. Look, you got the macrocosm, you got the microcosm. What is the universe, guys? It could be a giant computer system. And each step along the way, it evolves. Humans are a part of that system in the big giant computer. If you look at the universe and you look inside the brain, okay? Look inside the brain looks like the universe. The way it operates, the way planets are shaped, everything from big to small looks the same on how it operates. Herod wrote, anything may happen, but I know even if I die, my soul is safe. That's good, yeah. Jimmy Cakes wrote, this is partial of what I think calls we being desanitized. Right. Anybody who's religious, and that's the best way to look at it, is there is a God, though. Whether you don't believe in the Christian religion or you don't believe in whatever religion that's out there, there is a God. There had to be a creation that caused all of this. At the end of the day, something had to have created the universe. Something had to have created where we are today, no matter what. The difference between AI and us is consciousness, and I believe in the divine nature of consciousness. Yeah, but consciousness, we can talk about that. So if you're going on Google, or let's say you're going on Facebook, right, and you're typing in Facebook, and Facebook has something up that you thought about before you thought about it, then what? What's happening? Or if you go on Facebook and you start seeing things that you like and you never ever put out there, that AI is thinking for you. You see what I'm saying? What is consciousness? Consciousness is just the ability to have thought, basically, right? When we look at it that way, is consciousness just the ability to have thought? Like, okay, I'm going to get up and move over there. I'm going to make a bowl of cereal. I'm going to go jogging. That's consciousness, right? What is consciousness? So if you break it down to its smallest elements like that, okay, what is thought? Computers have thoughts. What's the difference? Computers can answer a question. They're having a thought. So what is consciousness? Herod, that's what I mean. It is not about religion, but there is someone who created human beings and who take care of them. I agree with that there is something that created us, and I hope that there's something out there that takes care of us, that keeps us safe in some way. That would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. But before I hang this live up, I'm going to check out the Facebook and the Instagram. I'll do a refresh. For anybody who's new to the channel who came about the Gabby Petito and Brian investigation, we're going to get back to that. This was kind of a sidetrack live. Wasn't really planning it. That's why we're just talking and going down rabbit holes. So yeah, this wasn't planned. We're definitely going to get back to that investigation, and we're going to get back to Las Vegas and other investigations. And I have so many videos planned for you guys. This was just trying to get an update on what's going on with Facebook and Instagram, and then we evolved into the discussion of AI. So what is, before, I'm going to check it, and then I guess the final question is, what is consciousness? What is consciousness, guys? Let me check my phone real quick. Like, if I had to break consciousness down to its smallest element, it is the ability to have thought. That's consciousness. And notice I didn't say free will, but it's still the ability to have thought. You're having thought. You're able to, but there's no difference of us having thought and a computer having thought. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a really good point that I never even realized when talking about this. It's the ability to have thought. A dog has thought. They're conscious. Oh, he's going to lay down over there. He's going to eat his food. He has thought. You would call him self-aware because he has thought. Just like me, I have thought. The next person has thought. The guitar does not have thought. It's not conscious. You can't think. A computer can think. A computer can make decisions. A computer can ask questions. It has thought. It's already been invented. If you really want to think about it, artificial intelligence is already alive. It's already alive. That's why I said we can't reverse it. But let's refresh Facebook and see if we get anything. Jimmy Cakes LOL said, consciousness is the dimension where you experience a reality. It's the place where the universe experiences itself through you. Computers have thoughts, but they don't experience them. Computers don't experience them. Like, when you say experience them, do you mean like they don't have feeling? Is that what you're saying? Computers don't have feeling. I mean, you don't think computers have feeling? You don't think computers can weigh options? I think they could. Jimmy Cakes, noob, that's what I tell my fam. Stop giving away our media and NIL. Jimmy Cakes, we are AI of God. Jimmy Cakes, I have tried to prove this to people, but they rather worship money. Herod wrote, but when But what if we try to destroy AI, all robots and AI? Herod, I agree with you, but no one's going to do that. There's way too much money and power. No one's going to do. The only way that would happen, okay, is if all the humans, not the large corporations and stuff like that, all the humans on the earth decided to destroy everything. Because it's embedded in all aspects of society today. You would have to literally destroy everything that we have built. Everything since the beginning of human evolution has been working towards AI. That's what we've been working towards. Everything. How can we move faster? How can we think faster? How can we do more but not do as much physical labor? Literally, our entire society would have to be changed. And I don't think it's possible. It's not possible. And like Jimmy Cake said, I've tried to prove this to people, but they rather worship money. And he's 100% right. We are so consumed every day in having to go to work and come home and have kids, and people don't have enough time to do anything else. And it's so forced on us from when we were younger. When you grow up, it's kind of put on you like, grow up, go to school, go to college, have kids, settle down. That's life. So how do you reverse how everything is done? It can't be done. It cannot be done. The human race on the planet Earth today has already took its path. Cannot go back from it. Herod, but what if we... Elisa, I gotta go. Another good live. Thank you. Catch you boys on the next one. Thank you, Elisa. Definitely will catch you on the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie case. We're going to get back to that really soon. I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel and being here. Have a good rest of your day. If you're at work, have a good day at work, and I'll catch you next time. LOL. Look up Quali on Google. Herod. Yes, computers can never have feeling. LOL. AI don't have koalas. Chris Thompson. Stay safe. Lisa. Jimmy Cake. You must have interest in philosophy for qualities to exist within your consciousness. So let's check Instagram one more time. We'll get it. We'll check it. And see, Herod just made a point. Yes, it can't be possible, but what about some of them like Sophia or other AI which were caught when they talk in their own secret language? We just watched a video on that. So were those robots thinking and acting on emotion? How close is emotion to thought, guys? If you have thought, do you have emotion? Because when you respond to something, isn't it always based on emotion? Isn't it always based on analogy? Like when you respond to something, it's based on your analogy. Even like, again, making a bowl of cereal. Throughout your life, you figured out how to make a bowl of cereal without spilling the milk. So your decisions are based on how the bowl sits on the table, how the milk was poured in the bowl, how you hold your spoon. That's your emotion because you don't want to mess up. That's your feelings, thoughts, and emotions. You had to learn from your mistakes to understand how to make the bowl of cereal correctly. So there's a very thin line when communicating between people or objects or robots or whatever. There's a very thin line between emotional thought and thought. So a computer could weigh options. Like, the bowl might do this, the bowl might do... That's how computers actually work. Computers run thousands and thousands and thousands of tests. And they think which is the best result. So they're doing the same exact thing you did growing up throughout your life. As you were making that bowl of cereal or whatever. You're weighing what you did wrong throughout your past. And you're making better decisions today. Computers do that in a millisecond. Computers will weigh 1 million options in 1 millisecond and make a decision. Herod said, well, now I am scared more. Hey, I'm sorry, Herod. I don't mean to scare you. If anything, hopefully, though, it's getting the message out there that we need to do something. I don't know what, but we need to do something to slow this down and change. LOL said, dude, try to wait for your next thought. In the time between the thoughts, you're conscious, but you're not thinking. That's true. That is true. It's a good point. So we're always conscious even when we're not thinking. Just came back and getting caught up. I see you people have all gone crazy. Yeah, Sean, we went down some rabbit holes. We have. We were debating the AI take over the world. We didn't go crazy. We're just open to all possibilities. There's nothing wrong. Look, there's nothing wrong with being open to possibilities. Now, if you start following and going down one rabbit hole, you should try to always keep yourself open to all possibilities. Not necessarily you have to support them. You can just know them and be open to them, because that will allow you to think more thoroughly about things. Jimmy Cake said, it's impossible to be conscious and not thinking. I agree, but that's the whole idea behind like yoga and stuff like that, to clear your mind. And I kind of agree with him, guys, that you're always thinking, even when you're dreaming, even no matter what, you're always thinking. There is no way without destroying them. Yeah. Yup, there's no way to reverse this trend unless we all decide to change how society, everything functions. Jimmy Cake said, even sleep, you're thinking unconscious. Yup, that's what I just said too. Sean Minotte. Deep holes. Yeah, we went down some deep holes. So let's check the feed one more time. Check out Facebook. So what's it been now? It's been at least, 3 hours? 3 hours? I've been live for an hour and a half now. So it's been at least an hour when I got on the live. So it's been almost 3 hours since I realized it. And other people were saying since 11. So it's been at least 5-6 hours now offline. I don't think it's ever coming back, guys. I really don't. I think if it does come back, it's going to be something different. At this point, I don't think they're coming back. Maybe Instagram. I don't think Facebook's coming back, guys. Something's not right. Jimmy Cakes. Sean Minotte said deep holes. Chris Towns, yup. Sean Minotte said, LOL, I agree. Love it. Thanks, Sean. Me too. That's how I am. I'm willing to agree. Sometimes the things that come out of my mouth sound crazy, but they're analogies. I'm looking at things. I'm open to possibilities. Sean Minotte, I don't care if Facebook comes back or not, but I'd like my pictures off of there. That's what my mom said this morning. Yeah, that's what my mom said this morning. She sent me a text, because my family and all of us, we're in a group text message, which is good. I would do that if you have the time. Anybody who's watching, get all your family members and you can make a group text message, just like on Facebook, how you make groups. So then if all social media or something goes down, you guys can all talk to each other. So my mom actually wrote in the message, in the text message while we were talking about it, she's like, it's sad that we'll lose all our Facebook and pictures and videos. And that's true. Because if you don't have it backed up, you're going to lose everything. And Herod said and I can't see small lettering sometimes, electronic numerical integrator and computer to AI, artificial intelligence. Jimmy Cake. That's everyone's concerns is their media. I'm almost certain the fine print says it's there now and I have never read it. Really, Facebook won't be back. I don't know, Herod. I think something is deeply wrong. And you know something that Elon Musk said that was really interesting? Elon Musk said we're all already cyborgs. So cyborgs, what a cyborg is a human being with computer parts built into the body. That's a cyborg. When it has like if you had a robotic arm and hooked to your body because you lost your arm, technically you're a cyborg because you're part robotic. Okay? So Elon Musk came out and said that we're all cyborgs. And the reporter said to him, "What do you mean? How are we all cyborgs?" And he said, "Doesn't everybody in this room have a phone in their pocket?" And they said, "Yeah." They said, "You're a cyborg." No, everyone carries a computer device in their pocket at all times that they're looking at to answer them questions, to help them get places. It's no different than you having a robotic arm. You're a cyborg. And Elon Musk said that. The brain never cuts off. Chris Thompson. Jimmy Cake. Hopefully Facebook died. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to promote and communicate with some of my customers. That's very true. Facebook was very good at allowing us to all communicate with each other, though. That's the one benefit that came out of it. LOL. Everything happens inside consciousness. I consider consciousness God. I've had this shift in my opinion through meditation and listened to Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, I've read about Eckhart Tolle. Herod wrote, "Bro, I got my sister only in Facebook, so I lost her. If it won't be back. No, how can I meet them then?" You got to figure out a text message. You got to get their number. I know. Tell them to get on Twitter, Herod. Twitter's still working. Or you can't tell them nothing. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This is so sad, too, in a way. That's terrible, Herod. I hope the best for you to figure it out. Chris Thompson. I would say here, 11 o'clock Central Time, did I notice nothing was working. That was about the time I got the call. I got called at about like 12:50 and was told that it wasn't functioning properly. So yeah, that sounds about right, Chris. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. LOL, it's hard to understand, like it's hard for a fish to be aware of the water it lives in. Yes, very true. Sean McNulty, what was the name of the show you are going with tonight again? It's called Paranormal in the Funhouse. If you want to look them up. They're on, I was going to say they're on Facebook. God, it just happens. It's in our brains. It's like weaved into our brains. I don't know how you can look them up now that Facebook's down. That's a crazy thought. I don't know how you can look them up. They might be on YouTube, but I don't think so. Because they're on Roku. You can look them up on Roku. I forget the service they go under. I forget, but it's on TV and it's on Roku. Show me not there, yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna give it one more shot. We've been live for almost just about exactly an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna call it a day on this live. If any updates come, I will definitely come back on. Facebook still has this. Safari cannot find server. Instagram. Let's reload Instagram. It's loading. And Instagram still has 5xx server error. It's pretty wild, guys. Alright, well, everybody stay safe out there. If you wanna join in on the conversation, I have a Facebook page called Truth Tracker that you can check out. And a part of Truth Tracker, I also have a Facebook group called Truth Tracker Truth Network, where we talk a lot of discussions in there. You can also follow our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/FlightLife410. You can find me on Instagram at FatesTheProducer. And, yep, hopefully soon I'll have a website up soon. Take some more questions, comments really quick. Bro, is there any opportunity that Facebook will be back? I don't know. Can't answer that question, Herod. I hope so, I guess. Chris Thompson, y'all stay safe. You too, Chris. Have a good rest of your day, man. Sean McNulty, thanks, man. Enjoyed it again. Thank you, man. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for commenting. Herod, bro, thank you for the live. I'll be live in another time, too. LOL, it's already closed. Yeah, Herod, for sure. If you go live, you ever want to go live, definitely hit me up on my Facebook pages. Maybe we can collab on a live. Have a good day, man. Sean, you did have a Facebook page. Oh, did I say that? Wow, I can't see. It's embedded in my brain. I don't even know how to speak without saying Facebook. I can't believe I did that. I can't help it. That's crazy. I said that. Did I say that? Look, guys, it's a sickness. It's crazy. But I'm going to cut the live off. I'm going to play a song and then the live will end. I will see you guys next time. The next video might be a Gabby Petito Brian Laundrie video. I want to do a live video also examining all of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie's Appalachian Trail documents, so we can try to find clues about where this guy is. So everybody have a good rest of your day. Yeah, you can't follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. All I have is YouTube then. Yup. I think we are on Twitter too, at Flight Life. You can follow us on Twitter. I can't believe I did that. I said my whole web address and everything. That's nuts, guys. Alright, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I will see you then. Stay safe out there, guys. Stay in contact with your families. And hopefully we'll get through this and nothing crazy will happen. See you later.